So if you hear any rain in the background, there's like this big ass storm outside. But anyway, we gotta film, right? Because I'm here for you. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about today is your form, because form is everything when it comes to isolating and focusing on your muscles. And I know I've preached on this before, but I really want to hone in on a specific exercise that I literally just saw a couple of people doing incorrectly in the gym the other day. And I don't say this to like point fingers or anything, but you know, I did things wrong for the first year that I worked out. So I am no saint when it comes to perfect exercises. It took me a long time to nail down my form, to really understand the muscles being worked and the whole process involved. And often what I find, and again, I talk about this a lot, is how we rock our bodies, we do different things in order to, you know, get the weight up, because usually we're lifting too much weight. So the first thing I always tell people is, if you think your form's off, lower the amount of weight you're lifting, because if you think it's off, it's probably way more off than you even think. So lower the amount of weight, because often what we do is we compensate. We can't really lift the weight with using the amount of muscle we have on there. And so what we do instead is we use our whole body to get the weight up, and that's not what we want to do. And nowhere is this more prevalent than with the seated row. Now, the seated row is an amazing exercise. It works out our lats. You should be doing it on a regular basis whenever you do back and biceps. Hopefully you're combining those two, but let's take a look at what you should be doing on those. All right, so on the seated row, this is what I see all the time, and this is what you don't want to do. Guess what? When I'm pulling my whole body back like that, I'm no longer focusing on the muscles that I need to be working out. I'm using the weight of my body pulling back to pull it, and it's no longer isolating the lats. Instead, this is what I want to do. You're going to sit up, back straight, shoulders back, and I'm going to pull back and then slowly release. Now, when I pull back, I'm squeezing the shoulder blades together, then slowly releasing. I'm not letting it jerk back. You don't want to do that. None of this. It's nice, slow, and controlled. If it's jerking back and you're doing that whole clanging thing, which don't even get me started on the clanging, but if you're doing this whole thing and it's clanging every time, you're doing it wrong. Nice, slow back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, nice, slow forward. If you really want to add a little extra burn, when you come back, hold for about 2 seconds before slowly releasing. And trust me, when you start doing it this way, you're going to find you cannot lift as much weight because you're actually working the muscle intended. All right, so I hope this helps, and not just for this exercise, but for every exercise. You want to think about the muscles that you're working out. Make that mind-muscle connection. You're going to find that when you do that, you start noticing how things feel way more, and you start working those muscles a lot harder than you were before. So slow down, lower the weight, go slow, do that couple seconds squeeze at the peak of your contraction, and then slowly go about the eccentric portion of the exercise. I hope this helps. If so, please hit the subscribe button. I'd be greatly appreciative if you subscribed. Also, I want to mention really quickly, if you scroll into like the description of the video here, I've got a number there. You can text YouTube to that number. It's 706-222-7551. It's also on your screen right now, and you will be joined to our text community. I send out a few texts a week just to kind of check in, see how you're doing. I send out some recipes, some workout tips, so it's just a great way that I can stay connected with you. So if you're not a part of that, again, 706-222-7551, and I will talk to you over there. You can also submit questions to that number. So if you've got any specific questions for me you want to ask, hit me up. All right, with that being said, remember, you've got this.